Interesting results. You haven't got one team that's won all 4 games yet.
No.
Won all 4 of their games.
No. It was an interesting round again. To be really honest with you, I didn't watch a heap of it. I probably only watched 2 or 3 games. Being away, for our avid podcast listeners, you will remember me tipping Melbourne to have their first win of the season, 1-39 at $2.75 on that.
I remember.
Smashed.
And me saying Sydney going no good at home.
Yeah, and that's
you
it.
No, you nailed that.
We're on.
I like this 1-39. That's a big spread. I reckon.
It's a big spread.
That's huge. That's like saying,
It's
yeah,
early in the
Roosters by
season.
1 to 6 tries.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, like it's fantastic.
it's not quite, but it's
exactly like
good
that.
bet, I like
Yeah, I've actually got a 1-39 bet. I don't know if I'm going to do it in the podcast because I'm not. I need to just have a look at some teams that'll come out tomorrow night. Sorry. Friday night, Collingwood played Western Bulldogs. Unconvincing win by the Pies. They won by 14. Saturday, I tipped Geelong to get it done down at GWS. Yep, GWS on fire. Giants won by 4. That's their first time they've ever won down at Geelong.
That's a big result.
Big result.
It's a real big result. Geelong were undefeated.
Bigger result was the game after, which was Bombers beating Brisbane Lions by 47 points. Makes interesting play for this week, which are games I'll go into in a second. The rest of it kind of went to plan. North Melbourne got their first win over Adelaide. I think Adelaide are busted at the moment. West Coast Eagles versus Fremantle Dockers, the Western Derby. Eagles won by 13. Fantastic that Eagles at the top of the ladder. Freo are doing really well this year in the top 8. It doesn't matter though, these guys are always, it's a tight tussle, so...
a pretty low scoring game, wasn't it? Was there some sort of
69 to 56.
Of that? What was that about? Shit kicking.
Yeah, they're either up around the hundreds or around 10 goal mark per thing. So I don't read into it too much. I think each team has the potential to do either. You know, if you've got a 100-point kicking team versus a 10-goal kicking team, once they're playing, it doesn't exactly matter. But Blake Johnson, don't sing it.
When the tide is coming in.
The Suns won by 2 points against Carlton. They were down by 4 points with 21 seconds to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you can catch the last 2 minutes, the Suns are on fire. Hey,
go the Suns.
Are we going to go see them next weekend?
Yeah, we are.
Are you here next weekend?
Yeah, I'm back Friday.
Who do we say they're playing?
They're playing a good side.
Right in front of me.
Port Adelaide, maybe?
It'll be round 6.
Cup.
Oh, no. It's the bloody Q clash.
The Q clash.
Gold Coast Suns versus the Brisbane Lions.
Oh, here, Metricon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Let's go.
No.
Remember when we
maybe we'll go.
Why?
He says no. He's a no man.
Yeah, what do you, like, you don't do anything?
I just do jokes.
Oh, he's the funny one.
No one told me.
He's the funny
He's the funny one.
Oh, everyone's going, who's the funny one? It's Porgy, everyone.
Do you think...
Sometimes he just know things and then
Do you think people who listen to the podcast think Porgy's the funny one?
No.
No, I'm with you.
Zero.
We'll do a poll.
Don't bother. It's 0.
Do you know, hang on, before we go on, do you remember when we took the $15 about the Suns to make the
top
8?
Yeah.
$8.50.
Told you. I took it.
Half their price.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I put 100 clams on it.
100 clams?
150 shells.
Did you have 100? Did you have 50 clams on them to make the top 4? Because that's firmed up as well.
What's that?
$26.
Well, that was 51 last week.
Yeah, remember when I got really excited?
Yeah, because it was 51. Yeah. Well, you actually picked the price on both of those last week.
15, yeah.
So yeah, look, good results. We come into a very, very interesting round 5 of the AFL. Kicking off Thursday night, Brisbane Lions versus the mighty Collingwood Magpies at the Gabba.
You going to that one?
Yes, I am.
You going for?
Collingwood. I'm actually taking 2.
What does your heart say?
I'm actually taking 2 mates that are avid rugby league supporters and players, and This is the first game ever, so I've just put them in the Collingwood cheer squad members section, so they're going to see. They're going to see some sights, but that'll be quite. Look, I think Collingwood get it done. Yeah, this would be a good one to 39. It'll be a good one to
Will
39.
your head and your heart line up again?
No. I'm going to save my spiel on this game for when next week, and if they do lose, and I'll be like, fucking umpires.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to paint your face,
No.
you should paint your face.
The butterfly sits.
Well, I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I think I'm just going to go. I think I'm just going to go unpainted.
Paint a meat pie.
Yeah. Look, to be honest with you, at some point during the footy there'll be a bit of pie on my face.
Yeah, that's right. You'll be painting it with actual meat pie.
Yeah, so that'll be a good game Thursday night. Friday night we've got North Melbourne into Essendon. Now, North had their first win last week. Essendon had a very convincing win against Brisbane. There's a good price about Essendon to win this, so that should be in your betting. Eagles vs Power on Friday night. Eagles get that done. Saturday you've got Giants versus the Dockers. Now,
Ooh.
yeah,
Hey, where is it? Versus Sydney? Or?
Canberra.
Oh,
Which, it's a tough one to pick. It's not. Giants smashing. But, hey, this could be a 40 plus.
Maybe.
Good good. What do you get? Money.
The line's 36.5.
Oh, there you go. Take it 40 plus. Melbourne versus St Kilda Saturday afternoon at the MCG suddenly becomes a very, very interesting game. Melbourne had their first win of the season last week. They looked good. St Kilda beat Hawthorn Sunday night.
Demons take this, surely.
I don't
Off the
know.
back of that.
Is
it MCG?
Yeah, it's at the MCG. This is a good game.
Yeah, this is a good game.
I said it on the page. Our top 8 at the moment includes Fremantle, Gold Coast Suns, St Kilda and Brisbane Lions. All 4 of those teams made up the bottom 5 last season. Wooden Spoon was Carlton. They continue to be Wooden Spooners. And then 17, 16, 15 and 14 were Fremantle, Gold Coast and Kilda, Brisbane. So this is a fantastic year in the AFL. Very, very interesting.
Did you see that video on Facebook of that young fella, the Hawthorn supporter, getting interviewed?
I did.
It was good.
He had a spray or two about him.
He
He got too excited and couldn't think about what he actually wanted to say, and he was like, "It's piss week. They're not moving the ball, and Judge, whatever your name is." So, yeah, fuck you.
Whoa.
I think some St Kilda fans were giving him a spray, like while he was doing the interview, and he was like, "Come on, you fucking dogs!"
Was it?
Yeah, he jumped like he was like.
Oh, I flicked off, did he?
Yeah. At the end of the interview, he was like, wanting
Can you
to
share
fight
that?
people. Yeah,
Let's share it. Let's share it. That's a goodie.
It was.
Because I didn't know that was happening.
But it made me think like,
podcast.
we need to do like some street talk or something like that.
Yeah, if you are on Facebook and you're not following Nuffies on AFL pages, that's where that video was posted.
I'll have to get that video. It was.
Yeah,
funny.
they'll have it there. Great page, very, very funny. Saturday night, you got Richmond versus Sydney. I think Richmond's come into a small vein of form. They've got to hit their head around the fact that they don't really have a strong spine with no Rewalt, Rance, Koch, and blah, 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 blah. But I think they get it done. It is at Marvel Stadium. Sunday, Richmond, Melbourne.
Correct.
Sunday this definitely goes in the snooze fest. Western Bulldogs versus Carlton. Bulldogs bounce back. Not too much. Carlton will have a bit of a fight. I mean, I don't know. Don't listen to me.
It's a who cares game.
It's a who cares game. Sunday Arvo. Adelaide versus the mighty Gold Coast Suns. What's the line on this, Blake? Do you have it?
28.5.
Suns plus 28.5.
With the star.
With the
Beautiful.
100%. Oh, I'd get a
We
little
could
bit
be on
sweaty.
the back of 4 in a row into the Q crunch.
Q crunch.
Q crunch.
What'd you say it was? Plus 28.5.
28.5, yeah.
And that's $1.90.
$1.91.
Everyone should be betting on that. Then Monday, I forgot that we have Easter Monday games. Hawks versus Geelong. Now, Hawthorn have not been overly impressive this year. Geelong have been super impressive. This is one of the modern rivalries of AFL. Every single game has been fantastic between these two. In fact, I probably should have got a stat because I could go into a match centre here because the last time they have played, 9 points, 1 point, 3 points, 2 points. This is how close these games are.
Broncos, North Queensland in
Yeah.
the league.
I did actually leave one out when Geelong beat them by 14 goals, but apart from that, it's been very close rivalry.
You know what I always say?
No.
You never ruin a good story with the truth.
Do you? Is that your saying?
That's what I
I
say.
haven't heard it before.
I'm more of an honesty type. That's fine. That's just me.
That's funny.
It's just
funny.
funny borgy.
He's a real clown of the podcast, isn't he? So yeah, that's round 5 in the AFL. There's a little bit to play with in terms of betting. I do like. Where am I? I'm on round 6. I do like Collingwood. I do like Essendon, and I do like the Suns with the start. So let's just see. It's down there. Suns are down there against Adelaide. They're coming off 2 average losses. So, Melbourne maybe at $1.40. But yeah, that's it. No real big AFL news. Everyone's going on about stuff that kind of people are talking about. I feel like it's very interesting to see what Facebook pages put what information out. Like, so the main Facebook pages when you're following AFL is obviously the AFL. SEN 1116, which is a massive radio station in Melbourne, and then Fox Footy, which is probably the biggest TV station. Well, it's a fairly slow week at the moment in the AFL, so suddenly someone has come out and said that Buddy should give up on his 9-year, $10 million contract that he's 6 years into and go back to a Victorian team, and that's the best thing Sydney could do, which I don't know if these guys are just...
Trolls.
Yeah, no, not trolls, just trying to create something, a story or clickbait.
Yeah,
Clickbait, that's the word, yeah. So, slow note, news week in the AFL. Yeah. Go Pies.
Go the Suns.
Go the Suns. Go the Pies.
Who's your team, Borgie?
Who's your team, Borgie?
I follow the Swans. I've got a Swans jersey and a couple of Swans stuff, but I feel like I should go for DWS.
You're from the West.
Yeah.
Boys
Sydney,
from the West.
Yeah,
I
man.
went to that GWS Sydney Swans semi-final a couple of years back, actually.
Oh, that was a great game, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Wasn't it?
GWS won, but I was wearing my Swans jersey, so I was like,
Yeah, but it was a great
Yeah, it
game,
was
not the fact that what
Yeah.
jersey you were wearing.
I was right next to one of the cameramen, actually. That was, felt important. Wasn't.
What do you mean?
Oh, he was right there. I feel like it's different camera work for the AFL than the NFL. NRL.
Possibly.
Did you have a chat to me?
No, I can't remember what he did. He was alright.
Yeah, so next week is Anzac Day on Thursday. Now, Anzac Day is a huge tradition in the AFL. Collingwood versus Essendon at the MCG. Now, I spruiked about going to the AFL last year and I said how amazing it was, but I believe there's no greater sporting moment, like sporting event in Australia than the Anzac Day clash in the AFL. By far. You're packed. Remember we're just a season game, we're not post-season or anything like that. Absolutely packed MCG. They've taken the fun out of a little bit, the Black Hawk helicopter used to come around and fly around the stadium and drop the cup off, and then you got the jets going over, and it's actually quite an emotional day. I think it's something that's so special because it's they're unique games, NRL and AFL, compared to the rest of the world where the UK has rugby and soccer and US have NFL, baseball, basketball. We have our own sports that celebrate one of the most important days on our calendar, one of the most respected days on our calendar. But the overwhelming sense that you get when you're at the ground is something that any human from anywhere in the world will pick up on. It is that special, and the games are always good.
They're always good.
Because it brings out the best in the players as well. Because
It's very emotionally charged.
massively.
Typically, the first portion of the game, at least, because it's.
I think with the AFL Anzac Day game having that many having that many people at the ground, it's a grand final experience. And sports psychologists within the club say, if you're in the grand final, draw on that because you've had experience where most kids have never been to a grand final until they're playing in one where Collingwood almost, I know they fell at the final stage last year, but they shouldn't have because they've had that big game experience. They always get that big game experience, but none bigger than the Anzac Day game. If you are ever in Melbourne during Anzac Day, go to a dawn service and then go straight to the MCG, or there's always events around it because it is super, super special and you get to kind of hear about some amazing, amazing Australians and Kiwis that are out there serving us. So I just wanted to mention that. Going to be a good game. They're both going to come in with a bit of form, I believe. I'll touch on it next week, and a bit more of probably through the Facebook page. I'll give you my thoughts on it as well because, it's a pretty special game. Doesn't matter who or what you follow.
Straight on the bucket list.
Yeah, I honestly, and I've been to some great sporting events across the world. This tops it. Really does.
What if Collingwood were playing?
Regardless. No, I agree. Honestly, regardless.
That sounds biased.
No, well, it's not biased. It's actually the opposite of biased. It sounds like a lie. But no, it is. Look, one day we'll take you guys. Hopefully the sponsor can get us there one day. You'll know what I mean.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it is a super special day.
I want to do the Kokoda Trail one day. Can we put that on the bucket list as well?
Focus on your marathon first, buddy.
Oh yeah, get through
The
that.
marathon.
You know what? I'm with you on the Kokoda thing. I want to do it with another mate as well.
So good.
Yeah, I should have done. I had a relative who lived over there for 20 years and had every opportunity to go over there, but I was like 10, so I didn't really.
Yeah,
go.
I'd like to do
This
it
would be
before I'm
a
40.
big thing.
It's like
It's pretty
96.
hard to walk.
It's 96 k's.
It's tough.
I had a Garmin Vivo fit on my wrist. I did 96 k's in, I think it was just under 2.5 months.
How many days?
I had it on my car. 6 days, 5 days, I think it is. Yes.
You
20
sleep
days.
on the trail.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good. Get bit by a
You
few.
Like
You could
5-star
have-
resort.
You
I just
couldn't
got the
do it.
story you went to Thailand and the hotel wasn't that nice. and
You
blew up
couldn't
a
rough
tree.
it. You
And
couldn't
then you
rough
went to
it
the
for,
Kokoda Trail.
you couldn't rough it for 45 minutes.
I could rough it. I'm very mentally tough.
What about that time you cut your finger? We thought you were going to die.
Yeah, that's not. That was.
That's
a
just
long
not a
time
good
ago.
example.
And I cut myself. And not very good.
Hey, you cut your hair and we've been talking about it for 2 weeks.
So form suggests maybe not, but Blake's determined. So
Yeah, I know.
let's do it. I'll do it.
Let's work off the back of how you go at the marathon.
We'll talk after the marathon.
Yeah, we'll see how you go.
Let's just see.